One of my friends who's in business, 2017, he paid $31,000 as taxes. I think it was 217, might have been 216. 2018, he paid 44,000 and some change. And we go out of town and buy vehicles for $300 less than we can get it in town. I cannot understand why we gotta have a 2019. Why can't we get a good used vehicle for a lot less money? There's plenty of good vehicles out there for sale with lot less miles and they're in good shape. But we just probably didn't shop around. We just went out. I think we used to buy all our vehicles from Brewster Line too. Fancy rigs running around with chrome wheels and everything else. I mean, I really don't think that we're spending the taxpayers' money in this town very good. There's a lot of things that I could bring up that we wasted money on, but Mr. Nickerson would say that he wasn't here then, but it still happened. And I think that we're going to have another big tax increase, and I've been standing up here for years and telling this board and boards they better smarten up and put some money aside, because one of these days, if the state of Connecticut doesn't straighten out, they're going to have to file bankruptcy because they're in bad shape. But I will vote against this too, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rando. Anyone else want to be heard? Mr. Schultz?
I guess you and I are the only ones talking tonight, right?
I think everybody else lost their voices. Mike Schultz, Lovers Lane, East Lyme. I too have a business in town, and I pay thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars in taxes. Most of the businesses in town do. I am very much against buying this vehicle for Columbia Ford as opposed to buying it in town. I just don't think it's right to go out. I was unaware that of the 2019 to 2018 difference. I'm not opposed to buying a vehicle. That's fine. We need it. But there's got to be a reason that Crest Ford was unwilling to provide dollars cost for that vehicle. And although you're going to okay this tonight by vote, I'm sure, is it still a requirement if you do this to buy from Columbia Ford, or could we at this time go back to Crest Ford and ask them for a price? Through you, Mr. Moderator, that's the question.
Anyone would like to answer that question?
I'd like to respond to that.
Yeah, could you?
Ms. Hardy?
I agree that when it's at all possible, we should do business with the local provider. In this particular transaction, I sat and listened at the Board of Finance meeting after having also heard the presentation at the Board of Selectmen. And I believe that would be an unfair bidding practice. They had an opportunity to bid on this. The bid proposal was put out. They were non-responsive to the bid and had an opportunity to do the research and find out what the state bid price was, which was not a secret, and they could have matched the state bid price, but did not take the opportunity to do so. And now that we know what the price was, and they were non-responsive, I think that that's an unfair bidding practice to then go back and say, well, we got this particular bid, and now do you want to match it? They had the opportunity beforehand to do the research and to match the bid if they could. They were also non-responsive to the bid, which asked for a price on a 2019 and instead gave a price for an older vehicle. So I think that we have to be very careful that we operate on a fair and equal level. Thank you.
And Mr. Schultz, I would say that to do that, you would have, this proposal would have to be amended by this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Well, I got clarification of what's going on. It's too bad Chris Ford did that, so I guess it's becomes their loss. But again, now we got Sears going out of business. They could be putting themselves out of business to that type of activity. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schultz. Yes, Mr. Rando?
Mr. Moderator, could I find out what the price of the 2018 vehicle was?
If someone wants to answer that question, you can.
You answered it already.
I didn't hear it.
Mr. Bergal went up there and told you. You want to tell him?
I believe the answer was that it was for a year-older vehicle for $300 difference.
Correct.
No, I want to know the total cost of the 218 vehicle. I don't care about the $300. I want to know the total cost that was.
It's this minus $300. Would you have that in front of you?
I have the bids right here. It's $23,048 for 2018.
And that was a brand-new vehicle?
It's a
1 year old.
a 2019 vehicle costs more than a 2018.
Yeah, I know that.
And a 22,806 for 2019. So apples and oranges. We asked them for 2019. And it's just for the record, and this is Joe Bergal, Director of Public Works, also a resident 19 Adwan Ave. We had a meeting with Ford. I fully support what these people are saying. We should use local businesses. We sat down with the Ford representatives before this, and by the way, the police cars don't go through Crest Ford. They go through the same state bidding process, but that doesn't get brought up. But we met with Crest Ford. We said we want to have them do our business, but they got to have a competitive price. We had this conversation with them months ago, and then this happened.
Thank you, Mr. Burkholm.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Rando?
That's it.
Okay. Would anyone else like to be heard? Seeing no hands, I will move the question. To approve, all those in favor of approving a special appropriation for the purchase of a 2019 Ford Escape from Columbia Ford in the amount of $22,806 from a budget account to be established entitled Vehicle Building for Building Official and Revenue Account 0105-500-501 Building Permits. Vehicle is for the building official and purchase is contingent on the town receiving the Costco building permit fee in October of 2008. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by saying nay. The ayes have it. The resolution is passed. That being the last item on the agenda, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Mr. Stary and Mr. Salerno. All those in favor of adjourning, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned.